Hey guys, it's... Oh, wait. You don't know who I am. Hang... 1 second. No. There... Not quite. Yeah, screw that. Hey guys, it's Kim and today we're going to talk about Supergirl episode 8, the mid-season finale, which I didn't actually know was going to be the mid-season finale. I thought they were going to continue episodes throughout December, so apparently this was the mid-season. But I do want to talk about it today, and as you saw from the beginning of my video, there's major spoilers happening in it, so if you haven't seen the episode, please make sure to go watch it and come back so we can discuss. So a lot of things happen in this episode. I wouldn't say it was as good as the last one because we had that major reveal, but we had some really awesome moments in this that I really want to talk about. So what I'm going to do is talk about my top 5 things in this episode. Number 1, of course, is the reveal of Kara to Cat Grant. I was not expecting this to happen at all. In fact, that was like furthest from my mind. Cat is like one of those characters who you kind of take for granted, so I would never actually expect her to make that connection. And because you know you have Clark Kent, Perry White and Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen all working within close proximity of each other and not knowing that Clark is Superman, I don't think Perry actually ever knew that he was Superman, but they never knew in that stage, and Perry's supposed to be this really, you know, hard-hitting reporter before he was the editor of the Daily Planet, so you'd expect him to be quite perceptive, but he never picked up that he was Clark Kent, so that's why I was very surprised that Kat got it so early in this season. I mean, we're halfway through, sort of halfway through, the first season, and she already knows that her assistant is Supergirl. Granted, maybe, you know, Perry doesn't see Clark every single day, every moment, and you can argue that Kat sees, obviously, Kara every day because it's her personal assistant. I didn't expect her to put 2 and 2 together because she still does call her Kira, you know, so she doesn't really pay a huge amount of attention to her. But I thought it was actually quite cool that they did this because it shows that Kat is a character that we're all underestimating at this stage, and that she is actually quite perceptive in her own way, and it looks like she really likes to play up how, you know, sort of arrogant and narcissistic she is. It's all about her, except she can step back from that, still be perceptive, and think about other people. And I think connecting Kara to Supergirl was a big step in seeing that for her character. So I was really excited about that reveal. I think it was so obvious with the glasses, I just had to do a thing at the beginning. Secondly, John Jones's interaction within this. I think Alex finding out that John has the mind control was pretty interesting, though we can take note from what he said in this, because he did say in this episode that he can't read Kryptonians' minds, and that Superman found that quite funny. Taking it from this episode, it seemed kind of very obvious that this TV show is not connecting to the DC Comics movie universe at this stage, because if we think about it, Clark and Superman have just, I mean, he's just appeared as Superman, and it sounds like him and John are like really good friends, and that Superman's having a good laugh about the fact that you know, John can't read his mind, which means they've probably been friends for a while. And with this new DC film, Batman vs Superman, coming out, I don't think we can expect that him and John are actually friends at this stage if he doesn't even know Batman. So I think from this one statement, it's kind of obvious that this will not at all be connected to the DC Comics movie universe, which is kind of a shame, but I mean, at least it means that Supergirl can sort of go on its own, you know, path and not have to completely connect back to the movie universe. Thirdly, Kara's aunt coming back in Astra, though we don't know basically anything, or nothing I've ever read in the comics have gone to Alora's side of the family. We always hear about Jor-El, Zor-El, but we never actually hear about Supergirl's mother's side of the family. So I think what is interesting about this is they don't have to follow any sort of storyline from the comics. They can go completely out and do whatever. So the fact that Alora and Astra are twin sisters is nothing we know about, so I guess as fans of the comics and watching the TV show at the same time, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, which is kind of interesting. We're kind of left in the dark. And I think bringing Astra into the series is actually quite interesting to see, because a lot of people think, oh, Superman is just, you know, he's such a good guy, he's got so many powers, he's kind of annoying. But I think bringing Astra in, always bringing the Kryptonians into a series, shows just how scary it is to have a Kryptonian that doesn't have the same set of morals as Superman and Supergirl. They can be quite dangerous. I think in this series they did play down their powers a lot more, so there could be so many things going wrong, and I have many questions, because I obviously assumed that all of Astra's gang were all Kryptonians. So you had her husband and then the rest of them, but some of them are like, you know, glowing within and creating like lava. Some of them are, that one girl sort of like vomited on someone with some crazy like super bad breath. I don't know if that's a power, super bad breath. Oh my god, that would probably be really bad. That sort of thing is a bit confusing, so I'm not sure if they're still Kryptonian or if they're like other people that have also been, you know, sent to this fort. We don't really know, I think. Well, I guess we'll just have to see after the mid-season finale. I think it's also difficult for the TV show as well to have all of these special ops people coming in, and to me, they should have been thrown around a bit more like ragdolls. I mean, they could literally come in and just throw everyone against the wall at once. I guess we sort of did see that with Astra's husband when all the officers came towards him and he just pushed them all off. That was a very Kryptonian, you know, display of power, so I'm glad at least they're still doing that. But I'm very confused about the rest of them. They don't seem Kryptonian to me. They're kind of like different people from different places, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Number 4 is Kara and Winn. I heavily ship them. I think they would be fantastic together, but of course they're going down like the Jimmy Olsen route. I really have no expectations, or I don't know what's going to happen in terms of like romantic relationships for her. We have Jimmy Olsen, and then we have Winn, but we don't know what's happening where. It's all a bit over the place, so I will be very interested to see how it progresses. Though I don't want to see Winn with Kara at the moment. I think they need to develop their feelings a bit more and for Kara to really come into her own. So Jimmy Olsen giving Winn that pep talk, I was a little bit worried about, because that does show that Jimmy's, you know, sort of not overly going for Kara at this stage, and that leaves it open for Winn. But I'm not sure that Kara's open to Winn at the moment, so I don't want him to just like run in and completely destroy his chances. And that brings me on to my 5th point, which is Winn. When they first said that Catco was hacked, I immediately thought that it might have been Winn, even though he's like a good guy at the moment and he's not, you know, evil. But those linkings to Toyman, to me, I feel like they have to come in at some stage, so I thought that maybe secretly he had done it. It would have been kind of cool if they did, but maybe it doesn't make sense at this stage because they haven't really developed his character that much, so we don't know if he's going to go down the evil villain path or not. But overall, I did very much enjoy this episode. As I said in the review that I did last week, I'm really enjoying Supergirl at the moment, and I will do weekly videos when it comes out. Obviously, it's gone on a break over December and will return in January, so that's when I'll start doing these videos again. So if you guys are watching Supergirl, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode. Were you shocked about the Cat Grant reveal? I know I certainly was, but let me know below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.